So ArmA Reforger launched last week, and it's currently sitting in mixed reviews on Steam with a positive rating of 62%. And I had a feeling that leading up to the announcement and subsequent launch of ArmA Reforger, that it was going to receive mixed reviews. I was part of this content creator playtest that happened before the reveal and before the announcement. And even though I wasn't really able to play a lot with a full group and a full community, just running around and kind of seeing the ins and outs of the video game, I felt that it was a glorified tech demo, and I think a lot of people are kind of feeling a certain type of way about how they priced it, what this release actually means for the future of ArmA 4. I put a video out last week with my impressions in which I talked about the casualization of ArmA, and a lot of people under that discussion in the comments were saying that I was gatekeeping and shitting on consoles, and man, there's a lot of conversations to be had about ArmA Reforger. And when we start to get into the discussions of people who are pro ArmA Reforger and people who are against it, we can start to really look at some overarching problems in the gaming community, specifically how gamers look at pricing of games, how gamers look at content, and there's just so much more to discuss. And it starts with ArmA Reforger. So that's what this video is. We're gonna deep dive my thoughts on ArmA Reforger, as well as some of the perspectives that I've heard from community members, comments, people on Twitter, and I just want to talk about it all here open and honestly. My name is BigFry. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys could, at the end of the video or whenever, add your comments down below, because I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. And I feel like this is a conversation that a lot of people need to start having when it comes to releasing games on Steam. So just to set the stage, ArmA Reforger is a $30 experience that is currently in early access on Steam. ArmA Reforger is set to be in early access for 12 months, and the devs themselves, Bohemia Interactive, have stated that the updates for ArmA Reforger are going to be coming in 3 major content patches throughout that 12-month span. We don't know when they are going to be specifically, but that is their plan for supporting this game throughout its 12-month span. So right off the bat, there are people that are pissed off that they're spending $30 for a glorified tech demo that will only be supported for 12 months. And when I hear that, yeah, I can understand why people are just going to skip it, especially when this game is what they're calling a stepping stone to ArmA 4, and the rumor mill is circulating that ArmA 4 is going to be releasing in 2024. So there's people that are pissed off at the price tag, the lack of content within ArmA Reforger, as well as the fact that you might as well just fucking wait for ArmA 4, which is going to be hopefully the big daddy, the expansive, the ArmA that we all know as classic fans of ArmA. And fair enough to them, I totally understand it. That's actually kind of how I was leaning when I first looked over and saw the price when it launched on Steam during the reveal. I realized it was $30, and I'm thinking, wow, there's not a lot in this game in terms of content, game modes, you know, maps, environments, you know, customization. There's not really a lot of content here for $30. The people who are pro ArmA Reforger believe that this is a modding platform. It's not as much of a video game as it is a platform for modders and creators and people who run, you know, PvE operations through things like the Game Master. That is where their bread and butter lies. And this is a platform that gives them the ability to create tailor-made experiences for them and their communities. And they're willing to pay $30 to get a ArmA-like game on a new engine that runs well, performs well, and it also supports Bohemia Interactive's future going into ArmA 4. And to that, I actually kind of agree with it too. My main contention point is when I look at a game launching on Steam in early access, what does it have to offer the player, and what is the price tag that they're asking for that product? And with ArmA Reforger, it was a mixed bag. We have the conflict game mode, We have the Game Master, which is the ability to kind of like D&D Dungeon Master a little PvE campaign for a community. And there's a video that's going to be coming out this week in which I jumped into an op with Karma Cut and his community, and I had an absolute blast. It was the best moment of ArmA Reforger that I have had. And Karma Cut in that op said something to me that actually really resonates. He says to me that ArmA has never been about playing on public servers. It's never been about jumping into the server browser and getting into a random lobby. It's about doing those operations. It's about playing with a community of guys who will use, communication and tactics. And he's right. That's what I love about ArmA 3. We jumped into things like Wasteland and Altus Life, and those were fun for a day, but I always came back to wanting to run ops with my community. There's videos on the channel. That's what we did back in the day with things like Invade and Annex. We would play every single day during ArmA 3's alpha and beta, and it was just awesome. When it comes down to the price tag, I think $30 for a glorified tech demo is kind of insane. But at the same time, somebody broke it down. They said if they're going to be supporting this game for 12 months leading into ArmA 4, $30 for a game you can play for 12 months. Granted, you might not get 12 months worth of game time, but if you can play it once or twice a week, run an op, jump into an op with Karma Cut, it started to make me kind of reevaluate things a little bit, because looking at the community response to ArmA, and I'm not talking about the mixed reviews on Steam, we're going to get into those in a little bit. I think I have a pretty old audience in comparison to a lot of gaming YouTubers on this platform. A lot of you guys are 18 to 35. You play Milsim, you play games like Squad, Hell Let Loose, you like games with tactics, you play these games because you're not into the microtransactions, you're not into getting nickeled and dimed for everything that you guys do. And so when we talk about these experiences that launch on early access that don't offer a lot in terms of gameplay content or just anything, it's like a baseline game. What I find is the response to a lot of the games that I cover on this channel is negative when it comes to the price point. Games like Deadside will launch at $20, have one map and a small subset of features for a survival game, and there's comments all the time saying that they're charging way too much. When Insurgency Sandstorm released in 2018, I believe it was $26. And if you owned Insurgency, which they gave you for free leading up to that launch, you got a 10% discount. I believe it took it to like $24. And I remember at the time, there were people pissed because the price point was $24 when the game before it was $14.99 and or free. When you look at a game like Deadside and how bare bones it was at launch, and it launched for $20, there were people that were pissed off. But then when I look at ArmA Reforger and I see that in terms of content, it feels like we're spending $30 to give to Bohemia Interactive for this modding platform, and then we have to wait for the modders in the community to create the experiences that we want to play. And that felt a little weird to me at the beginning of all of this. ArmA Reforger feels almost like a double dip. I buy this game now, I don't get a discount on ArmA 4. I buy this game now, it fails to be developed past the 12 months in early access, and then they're going to be basically abandoning this to put all hands on deck onto ArmA 4. That's strange to me. What was stranger was the pass that a lot of my community was giving. A lot of the overarching Milsim community gives games like this a pass, but then they berate and just shit on other games that are offering, in my opinion, more content for less money. And I think that was where a big disconnect with, I was like, what? How? And I was asking people in my chat the other day on stream, like, why does this game get a pass and other games don't? And they said it's because Bohemia Interactive has built up a lot of goodwill with the Milsim community over the past 10 years, 10, 15 years. And I thought that was fair. Bohemia Interactive have been around the block for a long time. And so my opinion has been kind of, man, yeah, I see that side. I definitely see that side too. And I've been just taking a moment to think about everything that's going on. And I think the biggest thing was when somebody said, you spend $30 on it, you got 12 months worth of support. I've spent a lot more on a lot less. I've backed games on Kickstarter that have failed significantly for hundreds of dollars. I think the biggest thing that people need to start realizing is our price points for gaming entertainment are skewed to fuck. We have games that have come out like Fortnite and have done that free-to-play model with cosmetics so fucking well that games coming out in free-to-play states are being compared to full-priced experiences. When you talk about Warzone being compared to other BRs, why would I play this BR when Warzone exists for free? Warzone's being built by a billion-dollar corporation. Fortnite is being built by one of the largest companies in gaming. But the thing is those lines are being blended when we look at the tech. Games are coming out and they're looking better and better and better, and they're being priced in so many different ways. People's views on price is skewed, and I'm here to admit, even mine is. When I saw $30 for ArmA Reforger, I was like, what the fuck? Break it down. I mean, it's kind of fuck all. If I know that I'm going to be playing ArmA, you know, periodically throughout the next 12 months, perhaps even longer, waiting for ArmA 4, what the fuck is $30? When I talk about Project Z's Kickstarter last week and I backed it for $135 and I won't even get to play that until 2024, what the fuck am I even talking about? The people who are pissed off at ArmA Reforger for being $30, I mean, I get it if you're just judging it on what Bohemia Interactive has given us in terms of game modes, in terms of content. But when you have a modding scene that can set up the game and create the things that they are going to create, regardless if you buy in or not, it's a little bit weird. This is different. I think that's why I've been so conflicted with it. This is a different way to do video game development. The biggest contention point was the idea of handing Bohemia Interactive $30 and then having the community who just paid you the $30 create the game for you. But at the end of the day, if people are going to support that, then fuck it. I get 12 to 18 months of ArmA Reforger with awesome experiences if I can continually jump into ops, play with the community, and have experiences like that. What the fuck are we talking about? And it's weird, man. I've really gone back and forth. I've spoken to other creators behind the scenes and private calls, trying to wrap my head around how I feel about ArmA Reforger. There's some weird things about it, but I think it's because this one is so different to everything else. I think the idea that Bohemia Interactive needs to go to Steam to get player feedback and build the game out together, I think that part is all bullshit. Bohemia Interactive knows exactly what ArmA fans want. They want ArmA 3, they just want it to run better. They want it to look better. They want it to feel better. And if I'm being honest, ArmA Reforger doesn't show me really anything about what ArmA 4 is going to be yet. It might in the future. Once they're done and we can see what that finished product looks like, then we might get a grasp on what ArmA 4 is going to be. We don't even know if ArmA 4 is going to be a Cold War setting. We have no fucking idea. And if it's not going to be a Cold War setting, if it's going to be a modern game or a near future, kind of like what ArmA 3 was, then ArmA Reforger doesn't really show you much. So I feel like the mixed reviews on Steam are completely understandable, because there's going to be people from all walks of gaming life jumping into this game. There's going to be people jumping in that are fans of games like Squad and Insurgency, jumping in, realizing that there's only one official game mode, realizing there's not a lot of content, and they're going to be pissed. I just spent $30 on this. What the fuck? And I get it. There's going to be people that are jumping in that are just fans of ArmA and want to see ArmA 4 come out and feel like this is a good way to support them. Personally, for me, I think Bohemia Interactive has more than enough money across all of the DLCs that they've released for ArmA 3, across DayZ, coming to PC and console, across Vigor. I think Bohemia Interactive doesn't really need our money to develop ArmA 4. That being said, can you fault somebody for tossing $30 their way if they have the money? How can you be mad at that? And then I also think that there's a modding scene here that are looking to jump onto the wagon early enough so that they can start learning how the tools work and they can start to see and kind of peer behind the curtain of what modding an ArmA 4 is going to look like. I think that's cool too. It's a mixed fucking bag. And it's weird because all of this just kind of comes full circle to me. Last week, I dropped a video talking about the casualization of ArmA. A lot of people thought I was gatekeeping. I just want to address that video. I really don't think that console players should be shafted when it comes to games coming to the platform. I know a lot of you guys are watching PC players play games like ArmA and Escape from Tarkov, and for me, I don't want to gatekeep. I want you guys to have great experiences on the platform that you've chosen. That being said, I don't think that watching a game like an Escape from Tarkov or like an ArmA change the way that it functions fundamentally to fit that console experience is something that's good for you or me. You might be getting an experience that is completely different than what you've been watching PC players play for the last 6 years, and it just wouldn't be the same experience as that. And then for the PC fans who have been playing these games for this long, now things are just completely changing to suit a different platform. It's literally a lose-lose. It's not a fuck you guys, you don't deserve it, get a fucking PC. No, but why don't we make two different experiences? Keep the PC crowd with the intricate controls and the expansiveness of it, and then give the console people kind of a more standard, streamlined version, which is what ArmA Reforger would be for the guys on Xbox. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've been hearing a lot of real negative reports about how the game's running on console. I have no experience with that. I'm playing it on PC, but I think in the last week or so, I've just been kind of reflecting, listening to what my community has to say, listening to you guys' opinions has really helped me kind of form my thoughts and think about it from a multitude of different perspectives. And I'm sure this video is just gonna sound like a rambly mess, but I think for a franchise like ArmA, which I think for the most part, outside of a couple of outliers, has been pretty positively received overall, to see the stepping stone to ArmA 4 go into a mixed bag, the conversations need to happen. I still feel weird that we're giving them $30 to build the experiences for ourselves, but I also can't fault people for their brand allegiance to people like Bohemia Interactive. For me, I think the only time I'm going to be playing ArmA Reforger is when I am in an operation with either my community, or if I can jump in with Karma Cuts or anybody else's. That's the only way to experience ArmA Reforger proper. I think playing Conflict right now is fucking terrible. There's another modded game mode that is basically like Rush, but there's only 2 points. Both of those game modes on public servers are terrible. If you don't have a community to jump into and talk and communicate and use tactics, I really don't see the point. Just talking from an FPS perspective and a player perspective, man, you're gonna have probably a very mediocre time. There's a lot of things under the hood here with the changes to the vehicle damage models and the logistics changes. You don't really get a lot of that on public servers. A game like Squad, I think, does better with their public server infrastructure because a lot of those are community-run public servers, whereas ArmA just throws up a bunch of Conflict servers, official Bohemia Interactive, and they're just off to the races. No admins, no, actual leadership, there's no structure. And in a game like this that is built to its core, to have that leadership in place is a necessity. The public servers aren't going to give it to you. They aren't going to do it justice. So all I'm going to say is if you guys are going to pick it up, please start looking around in Reddits and community hubs for those community ran servers so you guys can get the best experience humanly possible, because like I said, I had a great time playing with Karma's community. There is a semblance of a good game there. Granted, a lot of jankiness, a lot of everything else, a lot of ArmA, but there is a solid experience buried somewhere within that jank, and I feel like the modding community, the milsim community as a whole, are gonna jump in, find that buried gem, and fucking run with it. I think in playing it more and experiencing some of the operations and the PvE stuff, I'm definitely coming around to the idea of spending $30 on ArmA Reforger. And again, everybody has a different perspective on price. I've seen people throw out that they think ArmA Reforger should have been free. Everybody has a different opinion on what price it should be. I brought up games like Fortnite and Warzone because I think BRs nowadays, it's like if you don't go free to play, you're fucked. But at the end of the day, you're competing with billion-dollar companies who are offering experience. It's a weird time to be a game developer, and it's an even weirder time to be a gamer. all around, it's fucking weird. The gaming industry is in a very strange spot right now, and I think the release of ArmA Reforger really highlighted a lot of the problems that developers and players are facing in 2022. Let me know what you guys think down below, and while you're down there, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the discussion. My name is Big Fry. If you guys want to pick up a t-shirt at ttkapparel.com, we have a couple of mouse pads left there as well. Appreciate the support, guys. I will see you on the next one.